What's up, friends? It's Megan here, and today is a very different kind of video I'm going to be doing. I remember last year during COVID when everything kind of hit, there was a surplus of these tier ranking videos going around, and I always really wanted to do them, but I never had the capacity or the equipment to be able to do them before. So now that I have the capacity and equipment to be able to do these tier rankings, I'm going to try to bring them back. Obviously, I don't know how this is gonna go, but I've been dying to do these, and I'm going to start with something that's not even bookish. We're going to be doing a ranking of all of the Disney animated films. I honestly don't know if this is all of them. I'm going completely off of a template, so there may be a few not involved in this video, but bear with me. This is my first tier ranking, and without further ado, let's jump on into the tier rankings. Alright, so here we are with our tier ranking. If you have not watched one of these before, it's pretty straightforward. We have from top to bottom, my favorite to bad, and then I do have one tier for never watched. As a self-acclaimed Disney fanatic, I do surprisingly have some that I have not watched, which is a little bit embarrassing, and I'm probably going to be called out in the comments for not watching some of these. But there's actually probably a lot of these things that I'm gonna get called out for. Not necessarily called out, but we're gonna disagree on some things. But that's the beauty of differing opinions. So without further ado, let's jump into this and get started on our tier rankings. So first of all, we have Snow White. I'm gonna be straight up honest, Snow White is one of my least favorite characters of all time. I cannot stand this movie, I cannot stand these characters, so we're just gonna go straight to bad. I will say I do enjoy meeting the character at Disney World, the face character. I do enjoy meeting her in person, but as far as the animated character, it's a no-go for me. Same with Pinocchio. The only redeeming factor of this movie for me is Figaro the cat and Cleo the fish, so we're just gonna put it in bad. Now Fantasia is an interesting one. I'm gonna put it in the good tier because Sorcerer Mickey is one of my absolute favorite Mickey versions of all time. The music is phenomenal, but really the only clip I could enjoy watching over and over is the Sorcerer Mickey scene. I don't know if I could sit and watch the dancing hippos and so on and so forth for extended periods of time. I do really enjoy that. Sorcerer Mickey, dancing brooms, all that scene though. Also the Chernabog scene is pretty good as well. Dumbo, I watched this for the first time in 2016 and have not thought about it since. Dumbo, the character, adorable, but it does have pretty bad undertones and theming and just not really my vibe overall, so we're gonna put it in bad. Bambi, we'll put in meh. The characters are adorable. The plot twists and everything going on, absolutely heartbreaking. But overall, it's not one I go out of my way to go watch. Cinderella, it sits somewhere between great and excellent for me. Let's go excellent. I don't know. Okay. Okay, we'll put it in excellent. We're going with our instincts. Cinderella is the classic princess. When you think of Disney, when you think of princesses, Cinderella is often the first princess you're going to think of. She embodies kindness and generosity, and she's just a wonderful human being. The live action Cinderella was also really good. And I just really like Cinderella in general. Whenever I do a quiz, I often get that I am Cinderella when it's the classics, which is interesting because I always think I'll be Belle, but no, it's always Cinderella. Anyways, she's a good classic. That's a good classic movie. All the characters are fun. Really, the only bad part of the movie is the prince, but he redeems himself in the second and third movies, particularly in the scene where he jumps out of a window. I really enjoyed that part. Here's one that's probably gonna get me some comments. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I'm I'm not a fan. Yeah, I might have to put it in bad, I'm not gonna lie. I want to read the book, I will say that, but overall, the entire movie was just not that enjoyable to me. It just feels like one really long, like, trip. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I've never actually done any type of drugs, so I wouldn't know, but that's what I perceive tripping per se to be like. Yeah. The characters are fun sometimes. I do like Alice. I will say I like Alice a lot, but as far as like everything, it's just not my favorite. Peter Pan. This is an excellent movie. I love Peter Pan. Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, Peter, everything about this movie is just fantastic to me, but it's still not top tier. We still have some top tier ones to go. Yeah, it's pretty up there for me. I love the like Lost Boys. I love the like theming of you don't want to grow up, but you kind of have to, and it's not so bad to be an adult sometimes, and that sort of thing. So yeah, we're gonna put it in excellent. It's definitely up there for me. Lady and the Tramp, I'm gonna put it great. Now, if we were talking Lady and the Tramp 2, that might be excellent. I do really like Lady and the Tramp 2. But Lady and the Tramp is such a classic. I love these characters. I actually really enjoyed the live action Lady and the Tramp, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, this movie is a very big reason why I love dogs so much. I often replicate the spaghetti scene with various foods, and it's just a fantastic movie. Sleeping Beauty, also another one of my least favorite princesses. However, Maleficent and Prince interactions do save it from being in the bad or meh tier, so we're gonna put it at good. Maleficent is a fantastic character. So yeah, as far as the namesake title, Sleeping Beauty, it would go straight to bad, but Maleficent does some redeeming there. Go Maleficent. 101 Dalmatians. Oh, it's been a while since I've watched this one. Honestly, for me, I would say 101 Dalmatians is going to sit somewhere between meh and good. We'll put it at good. It's, I love dogs, so that's always a plus factor. It's been so long since I watched this, though, that I honestly feel bad, like, kind of trying to rank this one. But I will say the new live-action Cruella makes this higher for me, which is why I think I ranked it good instead of meh, even though it's not the same movie at all. Just that like background story makes a different perception of the 101 Dalmatians movie. Also the line where it's like, or not the line per se, but the character that's like a little puppy and he's like, I'm hungry, I'm always hungry. Yeah, that's me. Sword in the Stone, I could not tell you the last time I watched this, and I honestly don't remember that much about it. Even though I know I've watched this, I'm gonna put it at never watched, because I don't feel comfortable ranking that one and trying to, like, sort it. If I had to sort it right now, it'd be at meh, but I don't feel like that would be an honest opinion of it because I don't remember anything that happened except a squirrel scene. It's literally all I remember about that. And maybe that is telling of the movie itself that I don't remember that much about it. But yeah, we're going to put it at never watched and kind of cheat the system a little. This one's the Jungle Book, it looks like. So Jungle Book for me, I'm going to put it at meh. It doesn't really affect me either way. It's not horrible. It's not great. It's not even good to me. So I'll probably get some flack for that one too. I just don't really feel strongly either way about it, so it's just gonna sit at meh. Same with Aristocats for me. It's gonna be a meh. I don't feel strongly either way about it, and honestly, same for Robin Hood. This is, I know some people's like absolute favorites I'm messing with here, but honestly, these ones are just ones that I just don't really feel strongly for either way, so that's where I'm ranking them. The Rescuers, I have actually never watched. I could not tell you what it's about, except that there's mice in it. Well, I'm kind of skipping ahead here, but same with Great Mouse Detective and Oliver and Company. I have not watched any of those. I do really want to watch Oliver and Company, but that is not one that is currently in my repertoire of movies I have seen. Okay, now we're getting into Fox and the Hound, straight to my favorite. This was a movie I watched over and over and over again on VHS, playing it in my little VHS TV. I think it might have been like a Princess TV or something along those lines. And I just remember like rewinding. You had to rewind the tape of the VHS and then shoving it back in. This was a top tier, like my favorite movie as a kid probably. And it's still really sentimental to me for that reason. So yeah, it's definitely up there in my favorites. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that, but I am really, yeah. Sorry, it's just like flashback. That was great. And this is also a movie that'll drop you dead in tears. For the Black Cauldron, I remember watching this one also a lot as a kid in my parents' bedroom. I can like vividly, distinctly remember seeing it in my parents' bedroom. I'm gonna put it at good because it's not as like prevalent in my mind as Fox and the Hound, so we're gonna put it at good. We've got Little Mermaid here. Definitely excellent. If we had asked me probably when I was like 6, it would have been my favorite. I had Ariel everything. Honestly, I don't know what little girl doesn't love The Little Mermaid, because it's literally a freaking mermaid. Who doesn't love that? Same, kind of along the same lines as Elsa. Everyone loved Elsa as a kid because she had ice powers. How freaking cool is that? Yeah, definitely excellent. Excelente. Rescuers. Again? Is that what that is? The Rescuers? Down Under, maybe? Yeah, I have not seen that, so we're just going straight there. Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorites. It's my biggest collection of Disney merchandise. It's a classic. It's definitely top tier for me. Love, love, love this movie. Aladdin is going to be excellent for me. I love this movie. One of my stuffed animals that I've had since a kid is named after Raja because it's a little stuffed tiger. And yes, just so good. Lion King. That soundtrack alone makes this excellent, possibly in my favorite tier. I don't think it's quite there. We're going to put it up at the front. Oh, I should organize by tier too. Let me do that really quick. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Lion King is like top of the excellent tier. Pocahontas. I'm going to put this one at good. Top of good. Almost great. Maybe great. No, we're going to go with our instincts. This is not one of the princess movies I go out of my way to watch, but the soundtrack is really good in it, which is why I was tempting to put it in great. But as far as the movie itself, not one of my favorites. I think I liked Pocahontas 2 more. Hunchback. Oh, this one is going to hurt some people. It is going to meh. It's just not a favorite for me. I really don't even like the soundtrack that much, which is going to get some really angry people in my comments, I'm sure. That is like one of the highest rated soundtracks out there. It's just not mine. Okay, here we go. Hercules is number 1. Now, this is a soundtrack I completely vibe with. This is my favorite soundtrack of all the Disney films, particularly for I Can Go the Distance. And then also, no, I can't. Yes, I Can Go the Distance is number 1, but literally every other song is a bop, and it's so freaking good. Yeah, definitely my favorite. Don't even hesitate to put it in that tier. It's probably number one of all of these, to be honest. Mulan is excellent. Also a fantastic, fantastic soundtrack. I'm struggling if I should put it before or after Little Mermaid. So if I'm struggling that much, we're going to put it after. Tarzan, also a fantastic soundtrack, but not as good of a movie to me, so we're going to put it in great. I really do enjoy that movie, but it's not one that I'm like, I have to watch it right now. I don't even know what this one is. I could not tell you what that is, so we're going to put it at never watched. I don't know what that is at all. I thought it was Incredibles at first, just like this little red piece right here, and I was like, no, that's not the Incredibles at all. This one I believe is Dinosaur. I've also not watched it, which is actually really sad because I worked at Dinosaur the ride. Yeah. Emperor's New Groove, we're gonna put at the top of great. This is a fantastic, hilarious movie to me, and yeah, really, really good. Atlantis, I'm gonna put that one at top of good. Maybe like middle of good. I think I reach for Pocahontas more. I do really want a live action Atlantis though. I think that Atlantis and Treasure Planet would be much better live actions than the already popular Disney princess movies as live actions. I think we need some of these like lower esteemed movies to make a comeback as live actions. I think that would do them better justice. Yes. Lilo and Stitch, my favorite. This is one of the best movies of all time, and I will fight someone about that. But yeah, this is fantastic. Such a cute movie. Such a good TV series. Everything about it. Stitch is one of my favorites of all time. Absolutely fantastic. Treasure Planet, I haven't watched it. Brother Bear, I haven't watched it. What does that say? Range? I haven't watched it. Chicken Little, bad. Bad, 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 bad. Meet the Robinsons, I'm gonna put this one at like the back of good. It's almost meh for me, but I do like it. I would watch it. Yeah, we'll put it at good. Bolt is a meh for me. Yeah. I don't really care to go too much into detail with these just because they're just meh. Princess and the Frog is top. No, we're gonna put it at my favorite. I like that one a lot. Tiana is one of the best Disney characters of all time. I love her. Absolutely phenomenal. But Tangled takes the cake as #1 princess movie. Let's organize these though. Even though Fox and the Hound was like a childhood favorite, it's less so now, so we're gonna organize them there. Okay. So yeah, Hercules and then Tangled and then Beauty and the Beast would be my top 3 Disney movies. Wreck-It Ralph. This one to me is good. However, Wreck-It Ralph 2 I think is great. I prefer it. I'm a weird sequel, like, I'm sequel trash. Trash for sequels. Frozen. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in excellent. It got really redundant after a while. I would have put it in, like, my favorite, but after so many times of, like, hearing the... I used to be friends with Elsa, so singing the song over and over and over and over just it starts to get to you after a while. So, we're gonna nix that from my favorite and put it down in excellent. Big Hero 6, this had the potential to be great to me, but when Tadashi, what happened to him, it got knocked down to the good tier. It would have been great with Tadashi. Zootopia is one of my favorites, probably my favorite Pixar film. I freaking love Zootopia. Absolutely phenomenal. Great theming, great characters, just overall fantastic. Moana, also excellent. Also excellent. Moana's kind of like up here for me. I really liked Moana. Frozen 2, I really had high hopes for this one. I don't think it was quite as good as the first movie for me. I feel like they really pushed the narrative of Olaf being funny way too much in it, but Kristoff's like song kind of redeemed that. So we're gonna put it at like middle of the gray tier. Raya and the Last Dragon, I would say this was a great movie. I wouldn't say it was quite as good as like the other princess movies, but it was still pretty good. Alright, so let's make sure everything's in order here. So yes, Hercules, Tangled, Beauty and the Beast, top 3 as I said. After that would be like Princess and the Frog, Lilo and Stitch, Zootopia, Fox and the Hound. Moana might have jumped above Lion King for me, but Lion King is still up there. Yeah, so this is about what my ranking of Disney movies look like. Let me know what your top 3 favorite are, and if there's any of these that you haven't watched in the comments down below. But yeah, this was my first tier ranking. If you guys see any that you think would be fun to watch, or if you see any that you would like to see me do, that sort of thing, I'm gonna be doing probably one of these per week. I think they're so fun. I'm gonna want to do some book ones. I want to do more Disney ones, and so on and so forth. So yeah, stay tuned for more tier rankings, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye everyone.